today is the anniversary day. It's the 5th day of me posting videos consistently every day, so that's confetti. Okay, so celebrations aside, today I would like to talk about one book that I've recently finished and I really adored it. It's fantastic and I would really recommend it. The book is called The Almanac of Naval Ravikant. I hope I pronounced his name right. If not, forgive me and correct me in the comments. Yeah, so the book is how to describe it. It's a philosophy, you know. It's actually somebody's philosophy of life, and it's his overview on various fields, so such as work ethics, relationships with others, with yourself, also as well as finding happiness and peace in everyday life and in general, and how that peace and happiness is actually driving the relationships and work. So I find this type of books really interesting, just because it's really helpful. When you read them, you start, you know, you start really thinking about where you position yourself in the world and how do you approach things. And if it's a well-written book as well, you can, you know, take some advice as well and apply it to yourself. And there was a comment I've read a few weeks ago that humans are not finished products. And I thought it was just an amazing quote. And because we are products of our environment, and you know, you can change your environment and you will become over time a different product. So, you know, you will change some of the qualities, and it's a process. And then you can always facilitate that environment a lot of the times. Personally, I'm a big fan of environment design. Let's say at home, for example, you know, whenever I come to a new place and I see a TV in the living room, I hide it with a blanket or a cloth, and I put the remote far away somewhere in the cupboard so I can't actually reach it. And then around that TV I put books. So if I want to become a couch potato, I need to take off the clothes, find the remote, and it becomes harder. So this is just a nice example of how you can facilitate your environment for the actions that you desire. I suppose that leads me to the quote from the Almanac of Naval Ravikant. The quote from this book: join a culture where your desired behavior is your normal behavior. What do you think about this quote? Do you think you are in such a culture? I think we ought to be thinking more about this type of quotes, really. And I see how personally I am shifting my attitudes and also courage and fears associated since, you know, joining different cultures, you know, and joining the groups where the desired behavior is the normal behavior. So, you know, indie hacking, entrepreneurial groups, digital nomads, where, you know, location, time independence, where working for yourself, where it's all a norm. And it's giving me a lot of courage to go out and do things. So yes, I highly suggest that book. And to maybe reflect on what's the culture that you're surrounding yourself with. And it's also a reminder that it doesn't have to be a physical culture. We're blessed with the technology these days, as you may have figured out. And you can find all these groups online, and it is not as perfect as physically meeting all those people and being immersed in it, but it's still a huge motivation for gaining the momentum